Shut up. Okay. What's up? Shut up. Okay. What's up? Okay. Shut up. Okay.
I'm not gay no more.
I am delivered.
I'm not gay no more.
I don't like men no more. I don't like women. Women. I said women.
Shut up. Okay. What's up? Shut up. Okay. What's up? Okay. Shut up. Okay.
Better hear what I've got to say because you won't get it again.
I'm not an alpha male. I'm not a beta male either. I'm just a better male. Well, put your happiness first, because if you don't, they won't.
Yo, GYBB gets your balls back. WWDD, what would Dante do? Sexual Revolutions be a podcast, and I'm excited. What's popping, y'all? It's good to be here. Good to be seen. What up, pun? How you?
What's good, man? I'm good, man. Can't complain.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to be seen. Harry's doing his wrestling thing today.
Oh, wrestling.
Yeah, well, he he does. He don't actually wrestle, son.
Oh,
Stop.
okay. I was like, what the hell?
He does professional wrestling, some smaller contracts with smaller companies, and he does announcing, and he plays the heel. He gets thrown out of the ring and gets smacked and stuff like that, and then, so he does that. He's been doing that. He's actually pretty good at that shit too. And Vishnu is on spring break with the kids in Florida. We might, I don't know, we might call him Dom.
Vishnu had to make up.
Make
up
up
for talking shit on the show.
Yeah, for being a man. He had to. So it is what it is. I had a good week, man. Had a good weekend, good shows. I was at Comedy Village. I was at New York Comedy Club. I was at Top Secret. I'm heading out to Ohio. I'm opening up for Godfrey next week, so I'm gonna be out of town again. Things is moving forward. I'm excited. I'm excited about the direction of the podcast and what we're doing. I'm really excited. Had a lot of fun last time, and I think sometimes you get into a situation where you're doing the show so frequently, sometimes it gets stale for you, and it just it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. How many years you've been podcasting now, bro?
2011.
That's 15.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, 15.
Wow. That's crazy.
And a lot of help. Gave a lot of dudes help. A lot of consultations. I've been doing. Big shout to Xavier. He's always on point. Thanks, Xavier, for the $10 on the Cash App. Appreciate you. Y'all send me some money. Put up the number, Dom, just in case there's an emergency. You see that? The QR code. That's Vishnu just. That's his ringtone. So
Hilarious, yo.
So I'm gonna send you his number. Let me see.
That ringtone is masterful, bro.
Yeah, I know he's calling when he calls me. It's only I know that's him.
Yeah, you just pick up, bro.
Yeah, bro, I slap you. I am slapping you. So it's fun. I did a live on Sunday, right? We was trying to hook up with you, but you couldn't get the technical right.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, but
I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, you only good with there's one wire, one thought,
exactly.
One thought, one wire.
Yo, it's bad, man. I don't know what the hell's going on, man.
You need a cable hookup. One you just screw in. If it's
it's like the mic and the headphones.
You crazy?
I can't. Nah, it's too much. Yo. It's too much.
Punisher's a himbo.
For real, man. It's boy, it would be blonde if it could grow, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is. It is what it is. So it was we had a lot of fun. But I did a live and I had a couple of women who called in, which was interesting. And I feel like we gotta change the conversation a little bit. I mean, I definitely, I'm always there for my people, all my people that have been listening for so many years and been down with it and down with the program and stuff. But a lot of people don't know that I've helped a lot of women as well. And I think we got.
Do you want Vishnu in now, or do you want me to call him?
Yeah, fuck it. Call him. First of all, what's going on, Dom? How you doing, bro?
Hey, you already know.
You already know. That's what's up. Dom in the building, baby. Or day.
I'm just going to take the number down when we call Vishnu.
Yeah. You got it? All right. He sent me. That's the number he sent me. So I guess I don't know if that's the same one I got. But, I mean, maybe he's, He's
It's that Vishnu's trap phone, yo.
that's his burner. He got his burner. It's spring break for the kids, so he's in Florida. Or maybe he went to Disneyland. I don't know. So yeah, you could call him, see if you get him, Don. But I had a bunch of women, not a bunch, but like a good amount, like 3-4 women called in, and they were asking, for some advice. So I'm thinking about doing a little rebranding and making it more accessible for women to call in, because I think it would be nice to have that conversation between both. Because Vishnu's on. God, let me hear him. Vishnu. Bro. No?
It should be on. I'm not sure why. It's
I
not.
don't hear him.
Minute.
I don't hear him.
Thanks. Please stay on the line.
I don't know what happened. Did he pick up or no?
It looks like he did. I don't know, some sort of automated. That was definitely like an AI voice, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Anyway, whatever. We'll give it another shot later, and if you get him on and he's talking, bring it through. So I wanted to. Shit. Yo, what up?
Bro, I'm sorry. I'm in Florida, bro.
Yeah, I know that. Did you want to call in or what?
Yeah, I will. I'll take it from my car.
All right. Well, that's the number you sent me, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But
How long?
How long do you want me to be?
I don't know. I just was gonna call you. Whatever time. I get tired of talking to you all the time, so it's not gonna be long.
I brought the kids for dinner outside. So I can come and talk for 10-15 minutes.
All right. Good. He's gonna call you now. Bye.
Okay. Thanks, bro. Yeah.
See the magic of Hollywood right in front of me. See how we do it? It's behind the production. You see that?
Yeah, man.
We call and set up the.
Yeah, you get the live and the behind the scenes at the same time, yo.
Vishnu in his car. The technology is crazy, son. He could actually talk to us in the car. But what happened was we were on some shit where we was like, I had talked to a couple of women, and a couple of women were talking about a few things. And even though so let me just say this first. One of the reasons why I talk to men, right? I don't know if we talked about this before, but for one thing, you can't fix the relationship from the woman's perspective. Do you agree with that?
100%.
And why do you think that? Because I'm gonna let you.
I mean, for me, women are just too inconsistent in terms of their emotions and the up and downs and stuff like that. And from another scenario is, like, as a man, if you ever want to have any real footing in the relationship, you have to be steering the ship, man.
Fair enough. I would agree with that because I find that men, it's a weird thing how people talk about how women are so emotional, but men. One of the things that I'm always talking about, I'm always fighting with dudes who I do consultations with. DanteNero.com, click on consult if you need to talk to me. One of the things that I talk to these dudes about all the time is that you have to, you can't let emotion have a seat at the table. There's no way that you're going to make decisions, the proper decisions when you have there's an emotional state. And there's always this thing about women are super emotional, but men are the same. Like they go through the same. Just the emotions are different. Yeah, you got him, bro.
Bro, what's up, bro?
What are you doing, my friend?
I'm just sitting in my car, and there's this dude dancing in front of my car.
Okay.
And
did you pay him to do that?
I got a phone call, bro. I'm sorry.
Did you pay him to dance in front of your car? Huh?
I had no change on me, bro. I'm really sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Did you just roll out the window to talk to this dude?
No, I'm starting to him because I'm going to still talk to him, bro. He's like, he needs $1, and I didn't have any change. Else I would have hooked him up.
This story's already too long.
So he was dancing for some tips. He wanted some tips.
He's trying to get some
No,
tips.
he was just being funny. He was being goofy. He was like dancing. He was like, yo, give me $1.
All right.
Bro,
All right.
I'm broke.
What are you
I'm a
doing? Where
broke
you at? Disneyland or Disney? What is it?
So tonight I'm in Daytona. Tomorrow I'm going to take him to Orlando. We're going to hit up Disneyland.
Oh, you're going to Disneyland. Oh, that's cool. That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah, bro.
And they on their break.
I mean, yeah, spring break.
I don't know if it's spring break though. Is it spring break?
Yeah, it's March, April.
Spring
Was it
break.
Easter? Is it Easter yet? It's not Easter yet.
No. Well, it's
It must
close.
be
Next
spring
week.
break.
Spring break.
Next week is.
Spring break always. Whenever I hear that, I think it's showing your tits.
Yeah, no.
Wet T-shirt.
Bro, that's so true. I'm like, now I'm a married man.
Mm.
So I'm like walking past all these like spring break parties. I'm like, shit, I can't do none of that no more.
Let's be honest. Would you have done it if you wasn't married?
I probably would have if I wasn't married. Yeah, of course.
All
I'd
right.
be there drunk. I'd be like drunk.
You be
jumping.
drunk on the table going, bro.
Oh!
All right, I just wanted to check in. Everybody, the people was asking about you, so I figured we'd give you a quick call. Go back to your
Thank you, bro.
go back
Thank
to
you so
your
much,
goofy
bro.
family.
No, but you're talking about the whole thing. I was listening to you, bro. I didn't want to.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, but we're gonna. I wanna have a women have a say so we can get that voice, because I mean I'm always talking about it from their perspective, but I'd like to hear it out of their mouth too, and the accountability. But I'm done talking
But I
with you.
think women are more complicated than men, bro. Like for me, I feel like we men, if we're not thinking through our dick, we're pretty simple people.
Yeah, you know what?
The Swami Salami has spoken, bro.
I'm done. Thank you. Thanks for hanging up on him. That's fine. I'm glad you hung up on him with his dumb takes.
I think he hung up on us.
Nah, he had more to say. Trust me.
Oh, here he comes.
Yeah, I think maybe we just lost connection. I didn't hang up on him.
he
Do you want me to call him back?
Yeah, call him back and see what kind of goofy shit, because he's, that the salami have always got some wrong shit to say. But I'm thinking that you were, here's the crazy thing. It's like men say that, right? And they say that the women, and I get what they're saying, because it's not the same as emotional. It's not the same as emotion from a male perspective. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, we don't, but it's still emotion. You got to understand the fear.
Yeah, bro, I go through this all the time, right? Like, I'm a guy that I'm comfortable with my.
Send me a message and I will.
Is that Vishnu? Are you?
No, he didn't take. That was his voicemail.
That's
He didn't take the
voicemail.
call.
Yeah. So,
All right.
like I'm comfortable with, let's say, what would be considered sensitive emotion, right?
Yeah.
Right, and so I'm comfortable to
When
do
you
that.
say sensitive emotion, what do you mean? Let's
say like a guy who will cry, right?
Okay.
So let's say if you're comfortable
You
to
cry?
Just,
That's
dude, I'm
mad gay,
using
yo.
an example, bro.
That's mad gay.
Right? Using an example, all
You
right?
be crying?
Come on, man. Like, absolutely. Bro, for real, I don't know what's up with me. I watch American Idol, they'd be like, I'm singing for grandma. I'm like, sing it. I don't know what's up, but I ain't got no problem with that. So some dudes respond to something, yo, I'm mad at that, and they think if it's not sensitive, it's not being emotional.
Oh,
But
that,
all
of
that's emotion, bro. So I
road
argue with-
rage is emotion.
I argue with dudes all the time. Just because it doesn't come out, let's say, sensitive, it's still all emotion. So I agree with you 100%.
Absolutely. And I think because it's not the emotion that we represent as emotion, all of a sudden it's invalid. The other thing is the insecurity of, like when we was talking to Vishnu, and he was like, "No, bro, and everything is great." That's what you call fear.
Yeah, for real.
That's fear, also an emotion. So there's other emotions. The road rage is emotion. The fact that you get angry for no reason. And you got to understand something, that even when we do that, when we get angry and we lose our shit, right? What that person who you're angry at, they have control over you. They're controlling. Maybe the outcome of that maybe is not the best. You could get punched in the face, or you might get roughed up, and maybe because you feel that it may be it's not the emotion that you want to expound on, right? That you think it's not emotion, but it is emotion. I mean how often does a guy take a girl out, like, oh, I'm gonna take her out, and then she's not attracted, she's not sexually attracted to you. That too is emotion. Indifference.
Yeah.
Indifference is that's a rough one. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing when you spit in your best game and she's like, I'm good, thanks. No, thanks. So I wanna expand the conversation. But one of the things I was asking you, why is it that like I've always dealt with the men's side of it, because the men's side of it is like you ever see and I mean, when you do the hunkomania and stuff, women are talking, and there'll be some nice guy, and it'll be a group of girls, and they'll be like, "Oh, girl, he's nice. Give him a chance. Give him a chance." That is the kiss of death. The fact that somebody says, "Oh, he's nice. Give him a chance," because what you're in essence saying is, this is a woman who has a certain proclivity of strength, and you're asking her to be weaker. You're asking her to diminish herself and who she is, to be weaker, so that she can give this guy a chance who doesn't have the ability to be substantial and in control of the relationship, where she can relinquish control to him.
And you know what that reminds me of? Like how we touch on Steph Curry and his wife.
Yeah.
So even if it works out in the long run, she's gonna circle back to, I didn't even look at him like that. I didn't even like him. I didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's always, I like she did you a favor.
Yeah.
You know, that type of vibe.
You're a multimillionaire, ain't got to work, got to do nothing. Your kids are taken care of. Everything you could ever want, you could have. Anywhere you want to go, you can go. But I wasn't even.
Yeah, this dude is legendary, worldwide, internationally famous, and you want to go back to, basically, I didn't even think he was good enough for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and it turned out okay, but I think I could do better. I'm just not stupid enough to cut this month I don't want to be the girl that cuts Steph Curry loose.
There you go.
And can't come up with something better.
Yep.
Which is crazy. So, but the conversation needs to happen about that. I think that sometimes, because the same way that I'm talking to men about how to end up being stoic, to be stoic and to be in control of your emotions. Not to say that you can't feel those emotions, but where a man will have those emotions and not let them take him out of the game, where he's so out of control that he's making decisions without thinking about what the consequences are. And that means everything. That means giving a woman access who may be toxic or traumatized and is kind of putting that on it. That may be somebody who might want to, might be trying to get a meal ticket because you got a little paper and she wants to, a la Steph Curry. Or that may be somebody who doesn't respect you because she can't, she's been through so much trauma herself that she doesn't know how to act, and kind of having that conversation. So I think the coaching, when I'm coaching men, what I'm coaching the men is I'm saying, listen, I can teach you how to have a pet rattlesnake, right? I don't recommend it. But if you want a pet rattlesnake, I can teach you how to be the rattlesnake wrangler. The thing is to really get to the emotional state where you have to decide, with the emotional state where you have enough confidence in yourself where you can go, hey, I deserve better than a rattlesnake. I deserve better than to have a fight or have to fight for my respect and so on and so forth. And although I think that on the base level, because if I don't teach men how to go, hey, listen, this look, I totally understand that this may be how you operate, but this doesn't work for me. And if you want to continue this, you have to be different. You have to maintain a level of respect that you may not be comfortable with because you haven't had a guy who spoke to you and who just was really clear about is really clear about what the boundaries are. Relationships are easy. You just got to know what your non-negotiables are and then never negotiate them. The problem is it's like that relationships is like carrying a couch. It's easy if you got two people. But if it's one, it's really hard to move that couch as a motherfucker.
Yeah,
it's bulky, it's heavy, the weight is not balanced. And so you need two people that you grab the end, I grab the end, and we go, okay, let's on three. We have to be in unison, and I think that's something that and because I think that I'm evolving. I think there's some of the things, like I did the live, and I just think that there's some things that need to be said on the other side. Some accountability, and one of the reasons why I didn't do that is because the whole manosphere idiots and the Fresh and Fit and Kevin Samuels is all about the accountability of women, but the thing is, I don't think they wanted them to be accountable. I think that it was hate watching. It's guys who don't have opportunities with certain women who want to see them be taken down a peg.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The whole thing I saw with that was the stereotype of the woman which is a small percentage of them, which is the challenge of men.
Yeah.
The ones that's all about the money, all about the material, all about the whatever. They push them as the representation of all women.
Yeah.
And then kind of villainize the don't be against, be against her. Or it was either that or the feminists.
Yeah.
It was the extreme feminist
It's like
doesn't want you to be a man, don't want you to drive nice cars. They just attacked those narratives and made it the totality of what men and women are.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I'm on the road a lot and, opening for Godfrey and doing my own thing. And when you go to do a comedy club, there's couples there. Like people are having children, they're making babies, they're getting married, they're dating. This is the first date, the second date, people are hooking up, everybody's effing in the P, effing in the A. Like this is going on. So to make this seem as though that this connection is not happening. I just saw I was watching, I don't know how it came up on my algorithm, but a bunch of women who like married, where the guy's married and the woman, that he goes and gets a paternity test and he finds out he's been raising somebody else's kids, and then he's like, they break up, and don't get me wrong, I mean there's a lot of that, but that's not a particular. I mean it's a particular female thing because a man can't go. If she didn't have sex with him, he can't go. Yeah, those ain't my kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get those all the time. I DVR Maury.
Oh, you love it?
What?
That's your guilty pleasure?
Yeah, that's my thing, bro. I watch all of them.
Still come on, Morris?
Yeah. It's more like reruns.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's so many of them.
Yeah.
Like you ain't never gonna see them all. Like.
Feels like it's new.
Yeah.
But what I also realize is that people are shit. Just people in general that have no integrity, have no empathy, have no kindness. I mean, what we're watching go on in government and with ICE and all of this stuff, it just in general is just a lack of empathy for people, a lack of humanity for people, and that lack of humanity somehow, depending on your perspective, you think it's okay to act that way.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine I won't get into this particulars who shall remain not anonymous, but he had some business problems. And one of the things he said to me, like a lot of times he's like a laissez-faire, like has a business, but he's not hands-on with a lot of things that he should be hands on. And because of it, he ended up getting fucked over. You know, he had an agent that fucked him over and fucked up his taxes and shit like that. The problem with that is that he didn't monitor it. Like, he wasn't hands-on to make sure that the money was going where it was supposed to be going, and to confirm. He didn't read the contracts and stuff, and he ended up in a real funky place. But so he was asking me, how do you, if you're a kind person, if you're a kind, giving person, how do you maintain who you are as a person in terms of your kindness and stuff like that, and still maintain that even in the context of people who wouldn't normally, who are takers, who would, at their core are people that steal, that take from you, that are looking for the come up always. And what I realize is that the best way I can explain it is my middle sister and my older sister, I didn't get along with them at all. My middle sister was real, like, outwardly abusive. And what I realized is anytime I tried to have a relationship with her, it was always, you know, we get off the runway, the wheels are just, before the wheels even pull up in the plane, she'd say some fuck shit, and then we'd be going at it, and I would always be disappointed. And what I realized was that I used to take it really personal, and I realized that this is who she is as a person. At her constitution is somebody who's volatile and who has this need for that kind of volatility and adversarial positions. And I realized because a lot of the relationships that she had, she didn't have but she didn't have the greatest relationship with my dad. And she wasn't around her. My dad was her it's my half sister. And so they didn't have really relationship. And then she always dated dudes who were abusive. And so she had a really toxic way of operating. And even though whatever trauma I went, I just never had that outwardly kind of abusive thing. I've always been a dude who is, gives a fuck about people, looks out for people, wants to help people. I mean, you know me 20 years. I'm preaching to the choir, but I'm just, for the audience sake, I've always been a dude who's been for people. I mean, I just find it to be a better existence to be kind to people and to lift up and stuff and kind of have that kind of positive attitude. And I remember how angry I was because of the fact that every time that I gave our relationship a chance, she would always kick me in the nuts somehow, say something, do something, be condescending. And then I would be angry, but I didn't realize this, but I was more angry at myself than I was at her. And when I would be angry, my outward expression to her was I started being as mean to her as she was to me. But consistently, I was mean to her. And what I didn't realize was she had just as much control over me in that way as she did when I was younger and she was abusive. And I was just taking it. Because whether or not, she would get the horns because she would stir me up or not, she still had that kind of control over me. Like, she could trigger me with something, saying something, and just knew how to do it. And then I would be out of myself. And honestly, that's not who I am as a person. And I realized that, holy shit, I'm at a place where I'm treating her nastier than I would treat a homeless person. Like, it'd be I treat homeless people better than I treat her. So if she said, hey, how you doing? I would be like, fuck you, fuck you. Yeah. And I realized that she had as much control in the opposite direction as she did when I would be nice, and then she would, hurt my feelings or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I think we make we have to make a consistent decision about how we are as people, who we want to be as people. You have to make a decision about that. and you can't let other people change that, because the decision you make about who you are is the state in which you're most happy, that you're most comfortable.
Absolutely.
Because why would you make that decision if it doesn't make you happy? And allowing somebody to take you out of that state is as manipulative and as controlling as it is somebody saying some shit and you get mad and I go, road rage or whatever, and I lose my shit. And what I realized is that and a friend of mine, my friend who had the business, he got fucked over in the business, he said to me, he said to me, how do you maintain who you are, your true self, your authentic self, and even in the light of people who are abusive? And what I say, you gotta be a bouncer at the front door, and the guy who's at the front waiting on the line, who's angry and drunk and making trouble, you just don't let him in. You go, my man, it's not, we're full up today. Can't let you in. And he, well, what the fuck does that mean? You letting other people in? Yeah, listen, you're not getting in here today. And you gotta be able to recognize when people are abusive and who they're showing you to be is who they are, and then not allowing them to disrupt your peace.
Well, I mean, bro, what I think you're saying is you put it in long form, but it's like the same advice you give about relationships, right? Yeah. You get in them, but you do not negotiate your non-negotiables. Right. And that's what it is. That's basically what you're telling a nice guy. Look, you can be as nice as you want, but you still got to make those boundaries, and those be non-negotiables. And when somebody crosses that line, they got to get out of here.
Yeah. And you got to do it early. The wiser you get, the quicker you do it. Yep. The wiser you do it, the quicker you see the red flags, and you go, okay, I've seen. Now look, I tend to be really quick on the trigger, but I tend to be quick on the triggers because I've seen it. It's like I'm not better than anybody. I've just seen examples of it, so I know what it looks like.
Yeah, your boundaries and non-negotiables written. It's like the Constitution.
Yeah. I don't.
Them joints is written up.
And I mean, not the Constitution now. The Constitution when they when they wrote it in the 1770s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what it is. You're straight up and down.
Yeah, when I believe in the Constitution, I was 3/5 of a man. Shout out to that. So that's what that is. But and then the older you get, the more clear you have to be about eliminating people from your lives that are not good for your life. Yeah.
So that's just life advice. Like it's been channeled into relationship because of the show. Sure. But that's just life advice, man.
Well, that's one of the things I think. I mean, every once in a while I get a guy who I've been doing consultations with, for a period of time, and he says that. He goes, "Oh, this is just not how to get laid, how to get some ass. This is real life shit." And then I had started getting called. I got guys who would call me up for job advice. Yo, I'm dealing with this boss and he's disrespectful, and you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, the same principles react. They still, the principles work. But I think the problem is that people's knowledge is compartmentalized. They get it in certain situations, and they don't change the scenery, and then they don't understand that the true wisdom is the underlying concepts that seem irrelevant but really are not. Meaning that at the core, this is something that I've learned, and I'm applying it in my life over and over again. And the quickness in which you identify people that are not good for you, women that are not good for you, relationships that are not good for you, that is the wisdom. The wisdom is being able to make those decisions and to do it before you resent people and before you get angry.
Yeah. And then it's circumstantial too, though. Meaning that in certain environments you can identify those people and just get rid of them. Yeah. And in other environments you got to identify it and manage them.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, at a job or
that's what I mean.
Right.
And here with Relationships, get rid of them.
Yeah,
right.
get rid of 'em.
But the life thing is, how do you manage them? How do you set your boundaries
Yeah.
and don't let them, get in the club?
Yeah, and at the core of that, the reason why you get rid of them in your personal life is because that has to be the sacred space. That has to be the place where you operate from, where you can go and you can cry at your goofy movies or whatever.
American Idol, bro. I said American Idol, all right? When they sing for grandma, bro, that hits me,
It's
my
the
man.
grandma thing.
The grandma thing, bro.
And they give you the background, and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
grandma's
grandma-
home in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
always sang as a little boy, and then he used to sing his little heart out, and then
Yeah, and then like right in the fifth semifinals, they surprise her with grandma and grandma's in the front
first
row.
they got to do the story about how he lost his eye. He lost his eye, and his puppy got run over by a truck, and but all he wanted to do was sing.
Come on, bro, I'm tearing up,
too.
bro. You hit me, bro.
He just wanted to sing his little heart out. And so we couldn't afford singing lessons, but he sang on his own. And here he is today. He gonna sing his little heart. Oh, well, you going out there and do your thing. And then he goes out, he can't sing, and everybody goes, boo! You suck! Triple X! Which is the part that I enjoy the most.
That's the part you enjoy.
That makes me tear up with laughter. Years ago, they had a song. They had a reverse American Idol where they took people who couldn't sing and gassed them up that they could sing and picked them.
That's hilarious.
I was tuning in.
That's hilarious.
Yo, and they had just horrible performances and crazy outfits and off key. And I will always love you. And then everybody, the judges would say, you really committed to that. They would like the whole. And then, you know what the fuck? The reveal, because they were absolutely delusional.
Remember we had that little couple of guys, the light-skinned one that was singing horrible, but he was going viral. He was singing love songs and stuff like that.
Ice JJ Fish.
I think so. You talking about like
JJ Fish.
Yeah.
Can you fuck it, girl? And then make up when you got the girl. You know he did a record with Tyler the Creator, right?
I didn't even know that. Word.
They brought him in the studio, and he was hot on the line for a minute. He was dancing. Can you bring a picture up? I don't want to, because he has some copywritten stuff. So, but he was horrible. Gosh, he was horrible.
Yeah.
Can we play a little bit of it?
Yeah, something like a certain amount of seconds. You can
JJ
do
Ice Fish. That's what it was. JJ. Oh, and he was like, he had videos, music videos.
Yeah, I know.
And people. Well, this was a whole show where there was like 12 of them.
That's crazy.
And they was all crazy. And then I thought that you're building up to the reveal is when the last three people are there and who's gonna get picked. Because what they were doing is they're supposed to give a contract and singing lessons and stuff like that. And then they just bailed on it and never really let them. Yeah, that's it.
That's him.
I don't have the video, just the picture of him, and that's the song.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. And and then when they were doing the reveal, they didn't really do the reveal. They didn't go, listen, actually, you all suck and you can't sing. But we're gonna give you thing, and they never really, and it was just, they were like, I won, but it was not won. And I was like, yeah, we were waiting for the hammer to drop, and the hammer never dropped. Anyway, but yeah, so I wanted to start to open that conversation up to women so that they can, because even though, because if you listen to me, if somebody's giving you a hard time, aggressively giving you a hard time, I would tell you don't. Why would you do that? Mm-hmm. Now I know specifically, in fact, that there's a dude who I consult. There's a good friend of mine as well, and I consulted with him for years. And he loved a model chick, crazy model chick. Go out to meet him at the club, and then she would be making out with, she'd get drunk, make out with some dude, and then go, I hate you, and then run down the street and sprain her ankle, and then she'd be in the doorway crying, and then she'd get in a cab and leave, and then call him up later. I'm like, where are you? I'm in some guy's apartment. I need you to, just crazy shit. But, and he would be like, let me tell you what what happened to me? And then, but it was like every time it was the same. And I was like, dog, you like this. You like this drama.
It is something to it, bro. I stayed with some toxic chick. My S class, I had a chick pee in the back of it, bro.
Really?
Dude.
What, drunk or just?
Bro, showed up to the club. I didn't even invite her. Got drunk, passed out.
Pissed in
It's like, all right, I'm going to keep her with me. Carried her down, put in the backseat. Yo, my car was like 2 weeks old, bro. And I'm driving, and I'm just like, what's that sound? I hear, She just slid off the couch, pulled the joint down, and just
pissed in it. How long did you sleep with her after that?
I mean, she could call me now. Holla, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was mad. So what I'm gonna give it to her, I got it to the house. Dude, she like damn near like damaged my apartment. She was just super toxic, walking around drunk, knocking my photos and stuff off the wall. I'm like, what's going on, right? But when she sobered up the next day, and I was like, you peed in my car or whatever, she gave me money for a detail and money for my building to come and fix the wall, because I had like one of the mirrors lean. She knocked it over, put a hole in my wall. It was terrible. But if I showed you a picture of her,
you'd be like,
it's
worth a mirror.
Yeah, she fixed it. It was all right. It was from IKEA.
Yeah.
But, that got to just be for fun. I don't know. Was homeboy wife in that you was talking about?
No, he don't have it. He's always a running gun,
Oh, he's a running gun.
Hit and miss.
For running gun, you got to.
Yeah, but what I was like telling him is, you got to understand, this is what you like. You got to be honest with, this is where we talk about authenticity. This is what you like.
But yo, for like 36 hours, just try it, bro.
No, I've had it. I don't care how bad you and I'm just not doing it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not judging that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a part of it.
I'm not judging that. What I'm saying, what I said to him is, you have to understand that this is what you like.
So here's the biggest problem with that. If you keep a chick like that around too long, because they're not like that 24/7.
No, nobody is.
Yeah, they just have these moments where they go crazy.
Yeah.
If you keep them around too long and you get attached, you're done.
Yeah.
You're done. Because now you're trying to have something
with somebody who's incapable
with
of
the
having
chaos. Yeah, and that's where guys get.
I got a joke I talk about, like Jeffrey Dahmer ate 17 gay dudes. But on a slow Tuesday, he go to the corner bodega and he's like, hey, Mohammed, how you doing? Let me get a turkey and cheese on white with mayonnaise, lettuce, and tomatoes. Normal as shit. But he got 12 gay dudes cut up in his freezer.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I get it now.
He normal as shit right now.
Yeah, so I just introduced his wife and Dama on a
He
good
goes,
day.
my friend, you on cheddar cheese or that? No, just white American. I'm good. If it's not too much trouble, can I have some extra napkins? Yeah, sure. And he goes home normal as shit, and there's a whole gay dude's frozen ass in the air fryer. Right after that. So nobody's crazy all the time.
Yeah, facts, bro. Facts.
Everybody crazy on when they make a decision when they can get away with it, Yeah. So, it's funny because I was watching Joe Rogan does his show. And he said the reason why his table is bigger was because he interviewed Mike Tyson And you know how Mike Tyson would be doing shrooms and then he would lose his shit?
Yeah.
He said first time he interviewed him was so uncomfortable. He said, we need to get a bigger table.
So I could get further away from this moment.
We got a call. Let's go. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Thanks, St. Just thought I'd call in and ask you a question just for fun.
Yeah, what's your name, bro?
What about you? It doesn't really have to pertain with the relationship. I just wanted to ask you a question.
Sure.
Have you ever played the game D&D?
Yeah, I used to play.
What was your as you are right now? What kind of character do you think you would be, and with all the knowledge that you know? And the same question to Punisher. I'll just leave it with that.
You know
D&D,
really
you
know what Dungeons and Dragons is?
I do, but I never
All right,
played
I love
it.
you guys. Bye.
All right, bro. All
Yeah,
right.
man.
I would be a warrior elf magician
Warrior elf magician.
with a battle axe.
Yeah,
That
I never played it.
You never played?
Yeah, sorry, buddy, I can't answer the question.
Yeah.
I didn't play it.
Yeah, it's a back in the days when I was a kid, I was really cool with this really nerdy dude, and he was older than me, and he, you know, he was a dungeon master, like it's serious, like you have to draw the blueprints up and stuff, and what the game is that they tell you stories. There's a story. You walk into the room and what you see is covered in candles. And what you see, da-da-da-da.
Bro, you just made me realize something. You know why I never played it?
Why?
Remember there was another game called Dragon's Lair?
Yes,
when we was
familiar.
older, which was, dude, I don't know what it was, but that game was crazy hard, bro. To try to get from board to board to board to board.
Yeah.
And I think when D&D...
You mean the actual, what you call it? Or
the arcade game.
Yeah, arcade game where you had to
dude,
time it,
super hard, right?
Yeah.
So I think when D&D came out, I mistaken it for Dragon's Lair. And I was like, I remember that. I don't know about it. So I never played it. I'm just learning that right now.
Yeah. It was. Well, that's where they got it from.
They got it from Dragon's Lair.
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. But Dungeons and Dragons was an imaginary game where put the phone lines up 513-202-NERO. We up. Let's talk. Whatever you need to know. But yeah, I was saying to this dude that you have to be honest with yourself. You like this crazy shit. So he was kind of a obese dude who lost weight. And so he liked, but he liked the crazy shit. He's like, I used to tease him. I go, how many times have you been having sex with a girl and she started crying midway? And he was like, all the time.
So that's a sign?
And I'm like, well, what do you do? He goes, well, it depends. Do you stop? You don't stop? Do you know? But it's just emotional, just crazy. He loved the action and the excitement of a crazy chick and just the insanity of it. And he just loved, like people like roller coasters or horror films, just they looking for that thing. The problem is, like you said, if you get attached and then you're trying to, you're like, all right, let's cut this nonsense out and they're like,
this is
what it is.
Yeah. Or they don't say no. They go, yeah, sure, I've changed, I'm different, or whatever. And then
half the time they don't even know how crazy they are.
Yeah. It's no way they're changing it, man. That's emotional dysregulation. They can't change it if they want to.
I remember this big booty chick. She used to come to my house. We was tight, and she bought she got pussy soap, the Summer's Eve or whatever. Whatever. Not the but the feminine wash. And she took it and she brought it over and she put it in the middle of my linen cabinet, like right in the middle, right. And then I knew, like, I've been there before. You want to see if I move it or if I hit it or whatever. So naturally, what I did was I took it out and put it in a bottom drawer immediately. She came in, like, I hadn't seen her in a week or so. She came over. She went, let me go to the bathroom. She goes to the bathroom. She looks for the Summer's Eve. It's not there. She kicks the door. Who you been fucking?
So let me tell you what I do, right? I leave it there, and then I change her name into my phone to move to Summer's Eve, and I say, "Text me when you get here." When she move to Summer's Eve, there was, you know what I'm saying? So I put it back every time she show up. I put it back, like, you know what I'm saying? She be like, "Oh, he loves me."
That's the worst. That is so. It's so fantastic and dishonest in the same thing. Because here's what I would do. I move it and I would go. I remember telling this guy, I go, listen, let me tell you something. Here's what you do, right? Here's your Summer's Eve. Put it in your house. And first of all, get the fuck out. like you got to get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
You don't pay for nothing here. You're not going to dictate whatever. And your little traps of leaving a hair on the pillow or panties underneath in the pillowcase or all these little things I've had, leaving
Did you ever get caught up with one of those?
Yes and no. I did when I was like lying.
No, I'm saying, did a girl ever leave a booby trap?
Yeah.
Booby trap that got you caught up.
Yeah, but it never got me caught up because, like I say, it got me caught up when I was lying and cheating. But that's one of the reasons why I would talk about the authentic, being honest and being authentic, because 9 times out of 10 they're not going to leave anyway.
Yeah. Well, listen, I mean, I usually keep it 100, but still, even if you keep it 100, if you with a chick that likes you and she catches one of them traps, it kills the mood, kills the moment.
If you let it kill the mood.
Well, so let me tell you what happened to me.
Yeah.
I had a chick, it wasn't Summer's Eve or whatever. You know how you got a girl on the passenger side of your car and she pulls down the visor to look in the mirror?
Yeah.
This chick put her lipstick on. I had tan interior. She put a lipstick swipe on the inside of my. I was never gonna.
You're never gonna
look
for that. Yeah.
I was never gonna see that, bro.
Yeah.
I set up like a whole Valentine's thing or whatever, and we going, and my main chick flips that down.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible night, bro.
Yeah.
And she's mad. You know, women don't tell you immediately why
like,
she's mad.
I'm fine.
I was like, she got me good with that lipstick swipe, bro.
Now, how did you still deal with the chick that did the lipstick swipe or no?
Yeah.
So here's I remember when I was, in that shit, right? And then what I got to the point where is if it goes down like that, I like you question me. I go, you ain't. First of all, I'm not lying about what we are. I'm gonna do what I want to do. So if you're not ready, if you don't want to do that, don't get me wrong. If I make the commitment, I'll make the commitment. But if I make the commitment, I'm also not gonna cheat.
Yeah.
But if I'm not making the commitment, I'm not gonna make a commitment that I don't want to make. So the fact that the okie dokie, the manipulate. See, here's the manipulation too. The anger is manipulation as well. So if you don't I give you an example. I was counseling this dude, and he had this chick. They were dating, but they weren't exclusive. They never had the conversation, and he liked her, and she liked him, and they were kind of moving towards that, right? And some girl put panties in his pillow or under his bed or something like that, right? It's a red thong, so it was like on purpose.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Overt.
And she goes, "What is this?" And and then the whole thing went to shit. And what he called me up and he asked me, "Well, what do I do? I want to get her back." You go, you just got to be honest. Like, we didn't have any exclusive. We didn't have a discussion about being exclusive. Now, if you want to have a discussion about us being exclusive, we can have that discussion. And if you don't, that's okay too. But what you're not going to do is have this unspoken idea of what this relationship is and then hold me to some kind of accountability of something that we've never agreed on. I said, and this is what I said to him. Let's say you went over to smash her, right? And you happen to glance next to the bed and there's a condom wrapper, a Magnum XL condom. We got a call. Let's go. What's your name? Where you calling from, family?
Hey, what's going on, Dante? This is Angel.
What's going on, Angel?
New York City.
What's up, baby? How can I help you?
All right. So you were about to talk about kind of almost like a situation prior to what you were about to say.
Right. That you
So
went through.
I'm 49 years old.
Right.
My friend, I'm gonna say my friend.
Okay.
She's a really nice girl. We've known each other for like 10, 15. Oh, geez, very long time.
Uh-huh.
And I've been trying to get with her for a very long time.
How long?
I'm a fairly monogamous guy, and I've been trying to see if I can, get with her for a very, very long time.
How long is very long?
So I got off a relationship like 2-3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, we started talking about relationships back then. Then we started going on dates and what have you. And, there was a moment in time in where we were like very close. And so as the time progressed, what happened was there was like a wall,
Yeah.
And so I was trying to find out,
Now was y'all smashing or no?
No. This is a little more PG than your.
No, I mean that's fine. But I need to know if you were smashing or not. Whether or not it's PG or not, it doesn't really matter. You do expect to have sex with your girlfriend, yes?
Right, with the girl, right, exactly.
Yeah, if you have a girl you expect to have sex with, you're not looking for some celibate relationship until you get married, nothing like that, right?
Right, actually, yeah, right.
Okay, so are you waiting to get married before you have sex, or is that not?
No, I mean, again, we're very older individuals, and we've been through divorce and relationships and what have you, and we've talked about stuff like that, and I've talked about her past, she's talked about my past, and we become really good friends. We got really close. Mm-hmm. And then after my last relationship, and after her last relationship, we started getting really close, and we used to go out to the movies, we used to go out and dance, do a lot of things like a regular relationship would be. But the thing was with me, it's I kind of didn't want to be aggressive on her because of the fact that it's kind of weird. It's like she's not that tight. You know what I mean?
That's not
I
true.
Just don't know.
That's not true.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Listen, she's not that tight with you. Doesn't mean she's not that tight with somebody else. You're making assumptions about who she is as a woman based on how she treats you. And if you gotta be so. You listen to the show, yes?
Yeah, I listen to the show.
Okay,
right.
So when I say be authentic, what does that mean to you? What is your authentic self?
My authentic self, telling her the truth, telling her how I feel about myself, how I feel about her.
Okay, do you like sex, or it's not a thing for you?
No, I do. I love it, but I don't think she's.
Yeah, you don't know that. Here's my thing. Here's the first thing. Let's say she did everything she wanted. She was into this. There was no wall, right? Would you be okay with her being in a relationship with somebody who doesn't like sex, or doesn't like sex, doesn't want to have sex as much as you want, or is maybe more on the asexual side? Are you okay with that?
And you know what's funny? Yeah, I think it's because I was a fucking animal. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dude that takes testosterone. I go to the gym. I work out. But I don't think she's the type that would want the constant sex that I would want.
Okay, but then are you? Here's my question: are you okay with being in a relationship that you're monogamous and that you want to have sex, but she doesn't want to have sex for the rest of your life?
Right. Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
Not really, of course.
Okay,
not.
then.
No.
So here's my question. I'm asking you questions that you need to ask yourself.
And that's what I need.
But this is you're pursuing a relationship of something that you don't really want.
And just wait, and just even aside from that, my question to you is: you guys have been friends. You became single. She became single. Did you ever directly voice your interest in you guys having something?
Yeah, no, we did. We did. And then that's what I'm saying. Like in the beginning, like as soon as we started going out, we started going on dates and what have you. And then I told her, I said, this is how I feel about you. And I don't know, it was kind of weird. It was like a guard, like it wasn't like I guess she didn't feel the same. The feelings weren't mutual. But it was weird because she gave me that thought, she gave me that reason or feeling that, okay, you know what? She's available. I'm
What
available.
was the thought? What was the thing that was the thought? I mean, when you had a conversation with her, did she agree when you were talking about, I ain't been with nobody, I like you, blah, 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 let's...
Right, exactly, yeah.
Did she agree with that?
Exactly what she said. So it's like, I haven't been with anybody, and it's been like years, and, I've only been married once, and she fucking married the first guy that she ever kissed. What I'm saying? So it's like,
she's not even explored. She haven't even explored her sexuality, I guess.
Exactly. That's another thing too. So
But is that something she's curious about or no?
It felt like that in the first time. It felt like that in the beginning.
Did you ask her?
Like,
I don't. So listen, brother.
Yeah, no, I did. I've asked her that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it was funny. It was funny. One time she tells me, you know what? I haven't had sex in a long time. That I haven't even shaved my pussy hairs.
Okay, so listen, man. Just from my point of view, and I'm a guy that I would play the friend zone for opportunities with a woman I was into. I'm not proud of that, but I'm sharing this with you is because what I'm hearing is you played the friend zone, right? And sometimes
I've been playing.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, Dante. I've been playing this friend zone for a long, long time now, and it's just like it's not that like I'm not sick of it, but sometimes I feel like there should be already an ultimatum. Like, all right, should I just keep on doing this? And kind of.
Well, Punisher's gonna tell you because I'm gonna tell you something. I am a totally different.
Yeah. I'm trying to give you the nice version, bro, because I know how he do. Listen, my man, don't get me wrong. The friend zone sometimes works out in your favor. If you just want to get in there and make something happen, if you catch her in a moment of weakness, but it's not a strong position, bro. What you're doing is you're allowing yourself.
Also, like I try to play the game.
Just let me finish. Just let me finish, brother. What you got to understand is you're allowing yourself to be used, right? And now, since you've been used for a period of time, now you're frustrated that it's not turning out the way you wanted it to be, and you're calling up for help when deep down inside you know there was plenty of opportunity if this woman was interested. For whatever reason, it's not going it's the way it's going. So it's either you be assertive and see if she's interested, or you stop letting yourself be used.
Okay, I disagree with all of that, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I think this. First of all, you're already saying you're a guy who's monogamous. You want a relationship, right?
Right.
You like this girl, you want a relationship. Now, it's great that you want a relationship and you think that she might be a prospect, but she's already showing you that she's not a prospect. She's not what you want, right? So here's the other thing. When Punisher says, I'll play the friend zone, but he's still fucking somebody else. So this is not the same.
I forgot that part. Oops.
Dante. No, but let me tell you something. Let me tell you something too. You know what? Like while we were going through this, I've been dating also, and I was smashing some other girls in the back. And I was like, you know what? But, she's kind of like the one that I want because it's the type of person that I would want to marry. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
let me ask you this. Do you want to marry?
Week.
Here's a question. Let me give you this question. Do you want to marry someone who may be asexual and doesn't want to fuck you?
Yeah, that's a little hot, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're fucking me up now.
Well, that's the you gotta, like if you want to buy this house, we gotta appraise it. And if the house is out of your league, out of your pay grade, then you got to go find you go get a tiny house. You know what I mean? You cannot. She's not going to be what you're going to be, what you want her to be. She's going to be who she is. And the longer you're in a relationship and the more comfortable she is, the more likely she's going to be around. Now, me personally, if I don't really like her, I can hang around with somebody and friends and you know, if she's cool and whatever, and I'm not really sweating it. But if I like her and I want something, I know I want something, I would never take my feelings, put it in a shoebox, close it up, and put it in the top of the closet way in the back and let it reserve. I'm gonna be clear. The other thing is,
that's the thing too. Like, I tell her my feelings, and I know her daughter too.
Yeah, none of that matters. None of that matters. If you told her, wait a minute, listen to me. You're bringing all these other variables where the variables don't matter. The first variable you have to decide is, you know who this woman is. She doesn't seem really sexually explorative. She doesn't really seem, she's not, I mean, is she fucking somebody else or no?
Nah, man, nah.
Okay,
I mean,
so
if I don't text her, she starts texting me, hey, what you doing? What you up to? Like, let's do this.
She may like you, but she's willing to do whatever, she's only available to you when you're not available to her, which is what happens when you're playing in the friend zone. The thing that makes you attractive is your unavailability. The fact that you got to understand basic supply and demand. Things are more valuable when they're less available. I just watched Chris Brown. You ever see this thing where Chris Brown is making out with this chick with her husband there and she's tongue kissing this?
Terrible.
It's like, she's going, I don't like, this is an opportunity of a lifetime, and I don't give a fuck about this marriage, these kids. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. What you got to understand is that statement says who she is as a person, right? The fact that this woman that you've been dating this chick for 2 years, right? And are you sleeping with other people too or no?
I have, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
not really though.
Like,
but has he been dating her 2 years,
I mean,
or has he just been playing friends for 2 years?
They've been going out on dates.
Week, you know, yeah.
But
go ahead, say your piece, because I don't think we agree on this.
They're going out on dates, but when he expresses his interest, she kind of clams up as if she's not. You know, women will let you take them to dinner, go out, stuff, whatever, and you may see it as a
use
you. That's what I was saying.
But here's the thing: what you do, and I don't. You've had this. She knows what your intentions are. She knows you're hanging out with her because
she knows.
Okay,
she knows
and so if she has not expressed any positivity towards that movement, I don't even have another. Like, why would you have another conversation? I just stopped showing up.
That's what I said that you disagreed with.
And no, but I'm saying I don't ever play the friend zone. If I like you, I'm gonna say, yo, I'm not even gonna put it in a situation where it's a romantic situation. I'm gonna try and go for the kiss or whatever. And if you back off, I'm like, okay, cool. But you ain't talking to me tomorrow, chit-chatting about, you know, the fact that your dog got a tummy ache. I don't give a fuck. Cause when she calls it, oh, you know, my daughter, I gotta go.
Yeah, that's to use. I want your time and your attention.
I want your time and attention, but I don't want the intimacy that goes with it.
Exactly.
You are literally being her rebound guy for yourself. You're being your own rebound guy. And if you allow, and what you're also communicating to her that it's okay. Mm-hmm. The same way if a guy's dating a girl and every time she turns around he's cheating on her, and she stays with him, she's saying it's okay that you cheat on me. Yeah, I'm gonna be mad and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna be angry and whatever. If I got lipstick on my mirror or whatever, all of that is fine. But you still gonna fuck with me. So what guy is gonna stop that if you keep giving them an opportunity. So my second, I stopped calling. I stopped picking up the phone. And then when she calls up, oh, I've been calling, you didn't call me. I go, yo, listen, I don't know what kind of bullshit you on or whatever. I don't know where you're at in your life. I honestly don't really care. I like you. I've made myself clear about what I want. And if you don't want the same thing, I'm fine with that. You have the right to choose whatever way you want to handle this. But I'm not going to be part of it. And then once you remove all of the comfort that you have given her through the last 2 years in this friends, now she has to deal without it. She doesn't have the comfort of not giving up no drawers and still having a friend. I mean, the reason why you're putting up with all of this is because hopefully one day you'll get the drawers. And what I'm saying is, if she's going to give you the drawers, she's going to give you the drawers. Or at least if you pull back and you go, listen, I'm not interested. All your life and your things that you confide in me, I don't really give a fuck. I'm going to put this time and energy on somebody who wants me and who's interested in giving me what I want, or at least willing to make a compromise about what I want. If you stay in that situation, what you're telling her, I'm fine here. And now you're getting frustrated, and then you're asking questions, but she don't want you. The only way she gonna want you, the only way you'll know whether she wants you is when you remove all of it together. When you remove
all of the comfortness that I've given her.
Yeah, because you're making it easy for her to just, and then it may also, that's the first part of it, but the second part is, what if she's asexual and she don't really like sex? Like, I dated a girl who I dope, loved hanging out with her, same sense of humor, but she ain't like fucking. She ain't like to fuck.
Right.
And so I was like, look, you don't want to fuck. I want to fuck. So we are at an impasse. You don't want to. You do. You want me to be there. You love me. I love you. Whatever. But yeah, I'm not going for the rest of my life and not getting my dick sucked. I'm also not going to be in a relationship where I gotta ask for it. I'm not going to be in a situation where you think you're going. Man, you just cannot do that because first of all, you're being dishonest because that's not what you want. You're being inauthentic. Ultimately, you want her. But you want her and you want to have sex with her and you want and there's nothing wrong with that for you to like somebody, want the intimacy, want the comfort, want the closeness, and you're also saying you ultimately want to be monogamous. And she's going, you are all you can eat buffet. I'm gonna eat the crab legs, the peel and eat shrimp, and maybe the pasta. And I'm going to leave all this rest of this shit. And she's also going, I don't give a fuck about what you want. Because what I'm giving you is clearly enough because you're putting up with it.
Yeah, she's getting what she wants in return without having to give or you reciprocate on an equal thing.
And maybe she's traumatized because of this relationship and she married the first guy she slept. Whatever. Yeah, none of that is your problem, dog. I mean, how old is she?
She's 52.
Yeah, she's a crazy bitch, dog. That's a crazy bitch. That's a crazy bitch that you don't want to marry.
Yeah.
And the audacity, for you to have a 52-year-old vagina and you scarce with it. She should have a clearance sale. Everything must go.
I was just with a 35-year-old like about a week ago. You know what I'm saying? So
she should be like 52-year-old. Everything must go. We're closing down. We lost our lease.
Right.
There's sawdust on the ground.
And dude, that could actually really mean she could be asexual. She's probably already going through menopause.
Probably is.
Probably already going through menopause. That hormonal shift or whatever. She may not even have the interest anymore.
And that's fine.
Right.
That's fine if you want to maintain a friendship, but understand it is what it is. Stop trying to romanticize something that it's not.
Yeah, I think that will be the option I'm going to choose. I'm just going to let it be what it is, and just keep it at a friendship level.
And here's my thing. I mean, that's fine if you want to do that, but I can't imagine why I would hang out with some chick who I like.
He likes her, bro.
He don't like her, though. He
You
wants,
know what it is, too, though?
he
The
likes
thing is
her.
that- No, yeah, I do, man. She's fucking hot as fuck, but the thing is that we are connected with a lot of things together.
Yeah,
as work-wise.
That and
You know what I'm saying?
$2.69 to get you a quart of milk. That is worth nothing. That is worth absolutely nothing. Because if you want more, then you're gonna be you're always gonna be wanting. Now here's the thing: she's 52, you're 47. Dog, you're bugging. Doesn't matter. Here's the difference. If she was 22, you might be able to, and then even then you wouldn't be able to woo me. But 52-year-old divorced chick with a daughter, and she's holding back. Something's wrong with her.
Yeah,
she's asexual, dog. Cause I know if I'm dating some 50-year-old chick. Look, you could be coy in the rearview mirror. Like, what you doing? I don't know what you doing. I'm out. Like, yeah, okay, bitch. You must be out your fucking mind. Especially if she knows me, listens to my podcast, and knows me at all. Even if she don't know me, even if she just met me, I look like I would fuck you. My energy is I'm a fuck you. So you would not. Nobody goes out with me and wants to invite me to her house to play Scrabble at 2:00 in the morning. You must be out your fucking mind. And I'm not saying I'm aggressive with like if you don't feel like it or you're not into it or you just not feeling good. But look. We have to be. We have to be. The level. And I say this to guys before you get married. Be clear. You have to verbally say, "Listen, we're getting married. I expect my wife to fuck me." Now, the same way she expects you to be monogamous is the same way I expect you to fuck me. Now, I'm not saying you gotta fuck me all the time. You gotta fuck me every time, or you can't be sick or something. But if you asking me for fidelity, why? How dare you ask for fidelity and then not take care of my needs? You realize how audacious that is? I don't want to fuck you, but I'm not going to let nobody. And I make it clear, if you don't fuck me, somebody's fucking me. Because why would I not say? I mean, let's think about it. Is that really unreasonable? I know it takes courage to say that, but is it really unreasonable? Is it any more unreasonable for her to ask you to be monogamous, for a woman to ask you to be monogamous, than for her to ask you, what's more disrespectful, the fact that she wants you to be monogamous and then she doesn't want to take care of your needs?
Right.
You want to be with somebody who wants to make you happy, who thinks that your happiness is important. If she knows that that's what makes you happy and she doesn't have any joy in making you happy, you got the wrong woman anyway. And she's 52, throw that fish back in the water. That's mercury poisoning, boy. That's
my man buying a mushy avocado.
You got a salmon. It's poison with mercury. It's mercury. This silver. That fish is peeing mercury.
Mercury retrograde.
Yo, it's.
He buying a mushy avocado.
And I'm gonna tell you this because I'm honest enough to tell you this, and I'm not gonna beat around the bush. Because first of all, you're not no kid. You ain't got time to play fucking games. I had a girl. I'll give you an example. I had a girl that was we was dating and we was the same age. I don't know. I was about in my 40s at the time, and I heard her talking to her girlfriend, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't suck no dick unless I get shiny things." She's talking about jewelry and shit, and she was just talking. She might have been just talking shit to her friend. She went to go down on me, and I'm like, "Nah, I'm good." She was like, "You don't want no blowy?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good." I said, "Because I ain't got no jewelry for you." And she's like, "Oh, I'm the wrong dude. That I like what comes out of your mouth." Like, cause here's the first thing: if that comes out of your mouth, right? Why would I think you're just talking? Like, why would I? First of all, you got to understand is you the only way guys talk about the accountability of women. It's your fault if she's not accountable. It's because you're not holding her accountable. Because you don't want to say, you don't want to open your mouth because you don't want to lose. You're afraid to lose. But you try not to lose something that's not even, you don't even have an opportunity to win.
Right. Just the friendship level.
She's giving you everything she wants to give you. Now, here's the thing. If let's say, for instance, if you just stop calling her and she goes, I haven't heard from you, and you go, and she goes, well, I haven't seen you. And yeah, I was out on a date. I was dating. I had a date today. I couldn't call. I was, I'm dating people. And then she go, oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Then you go, oh, is it serious? And you go, it's really none of your business. You're not my girl. Don't ask me that. And she go, well, I just thought that we were friends. Yeah, we are friends, but my sex life is none of your business. I've been fotzing around with you for 2 years, and you never decide to take and that's fine. I'm not mad at you, but yeah, you don't get my time, and why would you get my time and I get nothing? I give you everything that you want, and you give me nothing of what I want back. Why? Why would you do that? Why? What really? I'm going to tell you honestly. There's something
that's
deeper.
A good test. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something I never really thought about, because the thing is, I do go out with other women, but
yeah. But here's my thing. Here's my thing.
Okay.
There is something deeper, and this is why I do the consultations on the side. There is something deeper there, right? That you don't mind giving somebody whatever they want and not getting anything back in return. You don't mind being in a relationship that's not reciprocal. That says something to your self-esteem. And the chick that you want is the one that don't want you. That is a self-esteem problem. Like, why would you want somebody who don't like you?
Right.
Who the fuck is she? She's a 52-year-old woman with a daughter who's a divorcee who ain't sucking your dick. Like, what about this is good?
And the interesting thing is, he said he sees in her what he would want in a wife.
Yeah, which is somebody who's not gonna fuck you. You want a wife that's not gonna fuck you and don't want to fuck you, doesn't think you're good enough, and where you're in a marriage. And I would ask you this: you were married before, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how was that? Selfish, married some selfish broad who didn't reciprocate, right? Am I wrong?
Well, in my old relationship, no, we were married for a very long time, and we
yes, and
we had sex almost every goddamn single day.
Yes, but she was selfish and she didn't reciprocate what you needed. Yes.
In some matters, yeah.
That means in some matters means yes. Because here's what I'm saying. Here's why I know that. Let me tell you why I know that. Because we make we have these patterns and these emotions, and if we don't deal with these emotions, then the same problems. Then we recreate the same scenarios over and over again.
Right.
But now you ready to fuck with somebody who's selfish and don't want to fuck you. You going for the trifecta now. She's old. Okay. She don't want to fuck you, and she's selfish.
Right.
You trying to get, but that. Let me tell you something. That really has something. That says something about you and what we need to do. You need to do a consultation with me, and we need to dig up why that is. Why that's okay with you. Why that you can you can sleep with a chick who's 35 years old who wants to have sex with you, and you don't want her, but you want the one who denies you. And that could be a lot of reasons. It's parental stuff. It could be trauma that you got. But what happens is you don't think you're worthy. And when somebody does think you're worthy, you're going, I don't. If she likes you, you're going, why she like me? I ain't shit. Something must be wrong with her because she likes me.
Right.
If a chick doesn't like me, I'd be like, something wrong with this bitch. She must be crazy because I'm dope. If she don't like me, she gonna meet people she never met. She gonna do things she never did. She gonna learn things she never learned. She's gonna have a better. She's definitely gonna get dick down. I'm thoughtful. I'm kind. I'm smart. So nobody's doing me a favor. That's fucking with me. I'm doing you the favor.
Yeah.
And that's fine if she doesn't see me that way. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I don't look the way she. Bitch, go ahead and go date a dude with the cum gutters, and and he's gonna be dumb, and he's not gonna be interesting, and he's not gonna understand you, and he's not gonna make you a better person. So it's like, but you have a self-esteem issue why you don't understand that you deserve better than this.
Right.
And that's what the consultation is about. Because we dig underneath that, dig that out, and there's infection. We gotta flush that wound. We got to pull it out. Then we gotta flush the wound. Then we gotta put a little Neosporin, and we gotta bandage it up and make sure it stays clean. And then every time there is an infection, we need to give you the antibiotic. Because you're so I mean, you're not a child, so this is a pattern that you've done, and I guarantee you, if you think back of all your relationships, of anybody you liked, it was somebody who didn't like you as much as you liked them. I guarantee you that.
Right.
So
I think it's always like that, isn't it? It's always like
not for me.
You like a person. Sometimes you like a person, but then they don't like you as much, or they like you as much, but you don't like them as much.
There's never a situation where a guy doesn't make more sacrifices for the woman. That's just part of being a man is what we do. That's what we do.
Right.
I mean, it's not only that, but it's what we want to do. It's what makes us feel like a man. We want our woman to feel protected and taken care of, and so you have to understand is even though I'm saying that, there's never a woman that doesn't give me what I give her. That I'm not worried about that. I take care of myself, but I'm not going to be with somebody who doesn't appreciate all that I do and is willing to just put my life on pause or hold. I mean, you've been on pause with this chick for 2 years. The audacity. If I'm dating a girl and we've been dating and even if we've been fucking and she goes, I just want to take a break. You know what I do? I throw a whole ass calendar at her. You can have all the days. Every day in the year, you can have it all because I'm done with this. I'm going to find somebody who likes me. And I like her. I'm not going to sit here and wait because what is she saying? She's saying, put your life on pause. Let me go out there and see what else I could get better than you. And then if I don't find nothing better, I'll come back. Now, maybe she's not doing that, but she's saying, yeah, this is good enough. I could string him along. He's fine with it. You know why he's fine with it? He's put up with it for 2 years. I know he likes me. I know he wants more. I know he wants to fuck me. I know you think she don't know that? She don't care. Because you haven't made it clear that it's important. Either A, you didn't make it clear, but even if you gotta understand, even if you didn't make it clear that it's important to you, she don't want to make you happy. She doesn't care about your happiness. She just wants to use you for whatever she needs. You said it yourself. When you don't call her, she's, where you been? I haven't heard of it. Really?
Right.
I go, somebody say, where you been? Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't pick up the phone. I was eating some pussy. What? Why do you have to be so vulgar? I'm not being vulgar, I'm just being honest. I remember this girl who didn't like giving blowjobs. And I was like, I'm such I'm a giving kind of guy. So I didn't even realize she wasn't blowing me a lot, And then I was like, yo, hey, what's up with the blowies? Oh, I'm not good at it, and I just really never had. I go, well, I'm here. You could sign up for the racquetball court any day of the week. There's nobody on the list. You can have all the practice time you want. And she cranked it up, turned it up for a little while, and then it started weaning off again. And I called her up, and I go, yeah, I go, yeah, I think it's best we go our separate ways. And she's like, why? We're getting on so long, good, and everything's been good, and we've been communicating. Yeah, then why's my dick not in your mouth? Quote, and I quote, why's my dick not in your mouth? Why do you have to be so vulgar? I said, because I'm not.
I think I heard this story one time when you were in Godfrey. You told me, you said the same exact thing.
I was like, why is my dick not in your mouth? If you like me and you want me, clearly you want to get me something, don't buy me flowers, put my dick in your mouth. And then, and she, why you have to be so vulgar? And I was like, because that's who the fuck I am, and I'm unapologetic who I am. So it lets her know. She, well, I just think that, and she says, I go, yeah, I'm not. So she was like, well, I go, okay, understand something. I'm not having this conversation with you again. Let's be clear. You give it another shot, but I'm not having this conversation. And she went good. It was good for a little while. I'm like, yeah, we good. I didn't even call her. I just stopped calling her. And she was like, where you been? I was like, come on, Rich. I said that, come on, Rich. You know what it is. Like, what the fuck? We had this conversation. I'm not having this conversation again. It's okay if you don't like me. It's okay if you don't like me. That's fine. There's a lot of people that don't like me. But then you're not good enough. And you'd be surprised how that changes the power dynamic. But you got to believe that. Do you know what I'm saying? And the problem is you don't believe that. That's why you pussyfooting around this. Because you don't think you're worthy of what you want. You feel me? Book a consult, though. This is fixable.
Definitely. Thanks. I'm gonna hit you up on Instagram.
Okay.
And then
just go to DanteandHarry.com and you can get me. That's the best way to get to book something. But yeah, there's other stuff going on here, family. Okay. All right, brother.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you.
All right, guys, man. You take care. Take care. Have a great show, man.
Yeah. Look at punishing.
You made me realize something.
What's that?
I do play the friend zone, but I realize now it's with chicks I already hit.
Yeah, but that's because you don't want nothing else.
Well, or they'll try to manipulate it too fast to something they want.
Yeah.
And then they penalize you with, if I'm not getting it, then I'm cutting it off. And I'll play the friend zone because they end up.
And you're like, okay, you don't want to.
Yeah, then they circle, but then they circle back. I just play cool.
Yeah, but you got to understand this is the difference. You're a punisher, and you have options.
Yeah.
So you're not. That's the difference. But you got to. If you go. Do you understand it? If she pulls it back, you like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then you don't hear from me again. What do you think she's gonna do then? She's gonna swing back way quicker. Either she's gonna go, I don't, this is not what I want to do. Well, okay, that's cool. I don't want to waste my time. I don't even say, what guys do? Hey, I don't want to waste your time. And I don't want you to waste mine. I don't give a fuck. If we not together, I don't give a fuck about your time. Here's the crazy thing. We got a call. Let's go. What's your name? Where you calling from, family?
It's Camille.
Hey, Camille. Hey, baby. What's going on?
How you doing? I just wanted to call in and say, shout out to the chat. Shout out to my girl Trixie. We holding it strong.
I feel you.
Women. I obviously wanted to call in just to say I would never stop watching Dante. Obviously.
Yeah, but you seem not. I don't know. I didn't understand the comment. She commented. She was like, "I'm out" or something, and I was like, "What the fuck happened? Did I do something? Did I?"
No. Well, lately, I've been missing like the first little bit of the episode.
Right.
Okay, so I guess just a little recap. Hey, Pun.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, so last time I called, I was getting into it.
Yeah.
With my significant other.
Right.
Because of money. Now, we did have a conversation. I did explain to him, like, hey, I think it's a good idea. Like, if I just get a job, I think that it would fix everything.
Right.
Not maybe everything, but
yeah, but make it easier.
Right. And then he said, well, you just went to school. Like, it'll be a shame if you get a job that you didn't go to school for. And I was like, I don't know. Well, anyway, we got into it. He said it wasn't a good idea. I should take my time and find a job that, I went to school for or whatever.
Right.
So that was maybe January. Well, now we're in March or whatever. And we just took the kids to AC for our son's birthday. And we did get into it or whatever. And, unfortunately it was about like money again or whatever. And I was just like, man, I can't just like keep having this thinking
Camille,
about
like
money.
money,
Like,
like you got into it, like how? How do you mean?
Well, he makes the money.
Yeah.
And then he gives me the money.
Right.
And then I pay everything.
Okay. And now,
however, he feels that if he says let's go to AC and blow some money, he feels like I shouldn't say anything or like I shouldn't have any say so. But sometimes I do say like, hey, I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe we should do this instead of that.
And he has a problem with that.
Yeah, I think it's because I thought it was because we've kind of been together for a while. It's like going on 7 years now. And maybe like we both just got like, I don't know, comfortable. Anyway, well, yeah, it's a problem or whatever. So we had got into it or whatever in AC. And then we come home and nobody talk. He doesn't talk to me or whatever. Like if he's mad, he like hits me with the silent treatment. And I guess it kind of just shows me more and more how to be by myself, if that makes any sense. The silent treatment really doesn't do much for me.
Right, because you just go do your own thing anyway.
Yeah, because it's just like, okay, here we go again. Not going to talk to me for a couple of days or whatever.
Yeah, that's not good.
So we came back from AC. I sent all the kids to school. And I was basically just like, hey, do you want to talk about what happened or whatever yesterday? And he was like, yeah, sure. And I said, I understand I'm hyper-focused on money right now. I'm going to just get a job, period. Any job, it doesn't matter. And then he basically said, I'm glad that you said that. I'm not going to leave you high and dry. I'll take care of the bills or whatever for like the next month or whatever. And that should give you time. To get a job and do your own thing.
Right.
Well, hey, listen, you break up with me Monday. I got a job Friday. I started, a job has never been an issue for me or whatever. But I said that I totally agree with him. If somebody wants to break up.
Wait, is he talking about break? Wait, I don't.
I heard
wait.
Like,
you snuck that. You smuggled the break up thing in.
Yeah, because he said he's not going to leave me high. Basically, what he said was that he thinks that it's not a good idea that if we together.
Oh, so if you get a job, he's going to break up with you?
No. What he said was he says I should get a job because we are breaking up. So he's going to do the rent for, and then within the next couple, 30 days or whatever, by the time the rent due. And I guess I appreciate that.
Wait. You
just real quick. So it went from you getting a job just to put more money in the household and him supporting you to find a job in the field you went to school for, to the point where the lack of money.
Maybe he just had enough.
Yeah, the lack of money issues. Now you guys are separating.
Right. Well, I thought it was the lack of money issues. He says I'm masculine. And he says I'm aggressive.
Okay. And you got how many kids?
I'm masculine.
How many kids?
3.
How many? 3?
Well, I have 2, and we have 2 together, but we just had our second one.
Okay. So.
But also, if somebody wants to break up with somebody, they should be able to just go. So I just totally agreed. I said, hey, that was a little unexpected for me. And I guess I did feel like he equated my value to financial, but he has the right to say, hey, listen, we got together. It was a 50-50. I tried to do the 100-0. It's not working. I mean, I thought that's what he would have said, but I can't tell nobody what to say.
Okay, wait. Okay, do you want to break up? Never mind. Forget it. Forget it. Because if you got that kind of pause,
I feel like yes.
And why do you want to break up?
I want to break up because I do agree with him, and I would be lying to myself.
You agree with him about
and
what?
to him.
About what?
Just like that, we don't really communicate very well. I don't want to be with somebody that thinks that I shouldn't be able to say nothing about money, or should I say this or should I say that? If that's the case, I might as well not even be with nobody then. Is what I'm assuming. But then I heard that, but that's why I wanted to call in, I guess, because then I heard the show last week, and then you had kind of said something like, a lot of women, because you were talking to the lady.
Yeah.
And you basically said something like, a lot of women just like leave their man so quick in their 30s. Now they're, 50 or whatever.
Right.
Trying to figure out what to do or whatever. So I guess I don't know.
No, you gotta tell me what.
I feel like if he wants to leave, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Obviously, if he wanted to leave, he would have left, right? I mean,
yeah.
I feel like he's walked out for less.
Okay, let me. First of all, the first thing is this: when I was talking to this woman, the woman last week, right? You have to also understand. I actually know that woman personally, right? So the advice to her was very specific. It wasn't just a general conversation. It's I know her personally, right? And what I'm saying is, first of all, there was no kids involved in what she's saying. And I'm not saying you should stay for the kids, because if you stay for the kids and then the relationship is shit, then what you do is you doom your kids to have shitty relationships, because the relationship that they witness with their parents is the relationship that they recreate. You just heard the call before, like that guy is putting up with shit because of low self-esteem has a lot to do with the relationships that probably I probably could trace it back to, self-esteem from all the way back to his parents. Do you understand? So here's the thing. What I was saying about you get a 50-year-old woman and a 50-year-old woman will be, well, I'm good enough. But what I'm saying is that if you, and I say this about guys, if you want a certain caliber of woman, you got to be the best version of yourself. Like if you're trying to sell a car, and we're talking about a used car, right? You don't leave the White Castle boxes in the backseat. You clean it out, you detail it, you shine it up. If the engine knocks, you put heavier oil so it doesn't. I mean, you at least try to make the car look as good as possible. You can't make it a 2026, but you can make the car look as good as possible. A lot of women are saying, "This is who I am. You got to take me for who I am." And guys at 50-something years old, somebody's going, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm not. Nah." I don't have to take what you want to give me, especially when I have options, especially when I'm. But that goes for anybody. Like if you're 52 and you a baddie, there's a couple of Instagram models I watch on 50, like just bad, but they're also kind and they're great women and they're kind to their husband. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot to it. But but what you're talking about is this. See, this silent treatment thing is the first thing that whittled away at the relationship, whittled away at the love, because it don't even. I guarantee you, there was probably some time where it would bother you that he wouldn't talk. Now you're at a place where, I don't really. This is bullshit. Like if you're gonna leave. If you're not gonna leave, this is a manipulative. It's an emotionally manipulative tactic, and you've gotten to the point where it doesn't affect you anymore, and you've learned to be by yourself. Secondly, he wants you to be submissive. He wants to not be able to. He wants you to not want more. He wants you to be submissive in the context of the way but he still won't even. Clearly if you want to talk about it, then he's not communicative, which is important.
Yeah, but then I asked, maybe it was like a week later, maybe it was like a couple days ago or whatever. And I don't know, he started talking to me about his day, so I started talking to him about my day, but obviously my day was different. But the thing is like, that's the thing, exactly what you said. It's like, you say that I'm too masculine, you want me to follow you, but then if I'm in the car and I say, should I go left or should I go right? But you mad at me, so now you're not talking to me. How am I going to follow?
Yes,
So
it's childish.
I'm good. I'm totally good.
It's
That's how I
childish,
feel.
and so you can't. I can't put like. Listen, silent treatment is some bitch ass shit. I'm gonna give you. I don't know if you know the history of the show, but the show. I used to do this show with Patrice O'Neal back in the days, and Patrice would get mad at me, or somebody would say I said something, and then he wouldn't talk to me for weeks. And I'd be calling. I mean, you know, Patrice was a big dude. He had diabetes, and so I'd be, as a friend, I'd be like, "Is he? You okay?" And he would just be ignoring my shit, right? But he learned. He didn't grow up with a dad, and so he had some feminine tendencies. And so he'd get mad at me, and then he would give me the silent treatment, because that's how he learned to argue. He learned that from his mama, you know? And he didn't have a masculine...
But do you give somebody an excuse?
No, I'm not giving him an excuse. What people don't know is when Patrice passed away, him and I were not talking. And I wasn't mad at him, but I was like, this friendship, to be friends with you costs too much. Like, we had been friends for a long time, and it was like every time it came around, I had to prove that I was worthy of his friendship. And I got to the point where I was like, yeah, I'm done, dog. I'm worthy of better treatment than this. You're not giving it to me because you and your bitch ass feelings. And we stopped talking. Now, we didn't have an argument. We didn't have a falling out. We weren't angry. But I was just like, I'm not calling. I'm not, like, it was always me fighting to keep the friendship going. Which is the same thing that you're saying to me. It's always
because
you.
I feel like I said, hey, listen, I'm just agreeing with you. I think that maybe we should split up. I'm just agreeing with you. And then he said, and then that's when I knew maybe like it wouldn't get better, because that's when he was just like, so now you want to follow
Camille,
me? So now you want to do what I
thing.
say? But my thing is what if you say you're not serious this time, but what if next time you is serious? And I don't know.
You're
I think
right.
he's playing like.
That's fair. Let me say this. Here's what I would ask you to do. You got to have a conversation with him, and maybe it'll go nowhere. And I kind of suspect that it won't go nowhere. But you got to say to him.
He wants to sweep it under the rug, and he wants to not. Wants to stay together.
Right, but you got to say this. I love you. I want this to work. We have a kid together. This is cool. And I want to be like, I want you to lead. But if you're going to lead and then give me, like, if you got a pirate ship and you got the captain, at what time does the captain of the pirate ship give the crew the silent treatment? You still have to drive the ship. So by him doing this is what he's doing. He's not being a good leader. And you have to say that to him. How can I know how I should make moves if you're not standing up and being a good leader? And
what's the fine line between, because I know that he doesn't want to leave me or whatever, you know, like, but what's the fine line between me saying what I want and then he's just going to say what I want him to say? It's like.
Yeah, but he's not going to do what you want to do. He's going to, if he doesn't agree, if you have this conversation and he gives you the silent treatment again, you know.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I could be like, hey, listen, all I want is you to say you shouldn't have said that. Maybe next time.
Have you had that conversation with him? Have you had that conversation?
No, but because if I say I want you to say this, he's gonna say it.
Yeah, but he's also not gonna say it. He's gonna say it.
I don't know if he's gonna mean it.
No, he's gonna say it, and then if he's really not making that adjustment, eventually he's gonna go right back to the same old shit, and then you'll know where you're at. Do you understand?
Yeah, it's just a waste. I don't know.
I mean, if you're done,
risk and reward, right? Risk and reward, I guess.
Yeah, but if you're done already, I mean, if he does if he learns to be more communicative, and you say, listen, I need you to talk to me, and this silent treatment, don't say this is silent treatment is bitch ass shit, but I don't know what you're thinking, because then he's just gonna feel emasculated, and then he's gonna go back in his shell anyway. There's a really good chance that but you got to be clear. You got to be clear. It's like, I want you to be a man, and I want you to lead, and I want to follow, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to have any opinions. And if you're going to shut down and act like this ultimately is going to end up being the demise of the relationship. And once you've said it, you've done your part. Then you just let the chips fall where they may. Unless, of course, you're already done. Now, if you're already done and you're over this already, then do what you think is right for you.
Yeah.
But if it is a marriage and you haven't, these are things that haven't been said yet, have the conversation. And it's like me, I was just talking about this. It's like, hey, I noticed that I wasn't getting no blowjobs. What's up? I'm not good at it. Okay, well, all right. So just so we know, I'm not going to be in a situation where I have a relationship with somebody and I'm not getting my dick sucked. Oh, all right. But I'm only going to, the difference is I only say it once. You know why I only say it once? Because my word has to mean something.
Yeah.
You see, when he goes, he's not talking to you in the silent treatment, and then he talks to you, and you're losing respect for him. Because he has no credibility. Because what comes out of his mouth doesn't mean anything.
Well, you can hear it when he says she's too masculine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what that.
The problem, and that's funny. I was talking about this in the beginning of the show. I was saying this is why I've always focused on the guys and not focused on the women, because you can't tell a woman to make allowances for a weak dude, because eventually you're gonna look at this motherfucker, you pussy ass motherfucker. It just happens. You know, this weak ass nigga, this nigga, you just said it in your mind. You just said, I know he don't really want to break up, but then why are you doing this goofy shit? And knowing that is really the kiss of death. So what I would say, if you think it's worth it, have the conversation with him. See what he says. Doesn't matter what he says, because even if he says it, it's not going to matter. It's what he does. So the next time y'all have a disagreement or something or whatever, this job, then you got to expect him to come and say, hey, listen, this is how I feel about this thing. I know money's a problem.
Yeah, well, I said that I get a job. He said that I act worse when I get a job. That's what he said. When I have my own money, he said that I act worse.
So that's even worse, because what he's saying is, I'm not letting you work, so I have more control over you. So it's manipulative.
Or that's how he sees his value.
Yeah.
That's how he sees his own
Now,
value.
you could say to him, just because I'm contributing to the family doesn't mean I don't see you as the man. You could reassure him. But the bottom line is, you can't make him secure. He gotta listen to the show and
yeah, listen, he need a consultation.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Because you also said, Camille, that he makes the money, but he comes home and gives it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So basically, you're the person with the discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So and then he gets upset when you try to instill your discipline into his decision making, and then he calls you too masculine.
Which is not unreasonable, because you counting the money.
She's the one with the discipline. And so he has no discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she tries to instill it,
he want to get mad at you.
You're too masculine.
Yeah.
Like that's.
I mean, I doubt, honestly, if you ask me how this is going to play out, the point is, I think he's just soft. He's soft in a way. Now, what I would say to you is that there's kids and marriage involved and whatever, and you haven't explained this to him, so I think you have to have the conversation. But after you have the conversation, if it goes back to the way it was, then you have your answer.
Yeah. And all I will say, Camille, with my understanding of sometimes with my female friends when I give them advice, there's a pattern you can fall into where you may have a decent guy, but then you start only seeing him through a lens of what's wrong with him. What's wrong with him.
Yeah.
So before you just agree to this breakup and stuff like that, try to sit down with yourself and really try to evaluate the totality of him.
who he is as a person.
Yeah, and because if you evaluate the totality, and yeah, he got some bitchy things or whatever, but he's genuinely a good guy. Just try to take all that into consideration.
Is he a good dad?
Yeah.
I mean,
he's a great. I think that he's a great guy. I think that he is a great dad.
You tell him that?
And
Do you tell him?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
And we have also previously had conversations where, like, I tell him, like, in the Latin community, and I hate to bring it back to that, but in the Latin community, it don't matter if you make $1 million, if you make $5, if you don't make no money. If you're the man, you're the man.
You got to be the man.
And I have already said that.
But
And then
the
he
problem
said,
is,
where did you
if
learn that from?
if
he
he
said, where did you get that from?
But if he feels like he's inadequate because of the fact that you work, that's not something you could fix. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's still a
At
situation.
this point, I just want to smoke. I just want to pick my feet up,
smoke a blunt,
go do whatever I want to do. I want to do whatever I want to do because I feel like if I'm gonna be masculine, call masculine. If I'm gonna be called, whatever.
Yeah, but nobody's masculine who said what you just said.
Yeah. And listen, another thing I want you to also consider too, all of this, you too masculine and all that, it could be a form of manipulation.
Yeah.
He's trying another tactic. Hey, if I throw the breakup out there and tell us he's too masculine, will that get her to conform?
Yeah.
So it could be a lot of different things.
So you got to
going
have
here.
the conversation, and you got to reassure him that you love him, and you think he's a great dad, you think he's a great husband. And you go, my intention about this job is just because we need more money, and that's no reflection on you. We just need more money. It's a lot of us here, and shit. The fucking gas is $5 a fucking gallon now. So
right.
So what I'm saying is, but if he has this insecurity, you're not going to be able. You can reassure him, but ultimately he has to believe that he has value. And if he doesn't believe you have value, then you're always gonna get this. Well, let's break up, or you too masculine, or you're gonna get that. And then eventually, what's gonna happen is you're kind of already there where you go. That's the problem. Is that
at this point, I feel like at this point I don't want to change myself. And I feel like I'm starting to feel like I used to want somebody that was like, we don't talk about him anymore, but like a homie lover friend. But now I don't want a friend. I want you to have your own friends. I want you to do your own thing. I don't want to be friends. I don't want to be friends. I just want to be in a relationship.
You want a
love,
strong enough
it.
man that you could feel goofy with, that you could sit in the car next to him with your legs folded in the chair. And where we going? That's what you want. And he's not giving that. He's giving you bitch-ass energy, and that's the problem.
I just want to... maybe it wasn't always like that, but I think maybe we're just at the point now that maybe it just can't be fixed. I just want to kick my feet up at this
But
point.
I would also say this. What Punisher said is valid. Is it all bad, or is he a good father, good husband? Does he want to provide? And maybe every once in a while you got to reassure him that the money doesn't make you not love him, or maybe
there's signs of that, man. Like when he says, "Don't just get any job, keep looking for a job in your field." He is. I'm hearing being supportive. I'm hearing, yo, I'll make all the money. I'll do what I got to do. It's just something. It's just what I'm hearing through the cracks is somehow he doesn't feel validated as a man.
Yeah.
Right? And he feels like the more independent you become,
the less valuable
he'll be. So what I'm hearing is a certain degree of insecurity.
Supportive, but insecurity. But you got to also, that don't get better. Like if you reassure him and you're constantly reassuring him, it's also going to be a situation where she's ultimately going to lose her attractiveness to him.
Yeah. So so that's why I said she has to evaluate him on the total.
You got to evaluate him as total.
I mean, it's real. I don't want to sound selfish, but I just feel like it's draining for me.
Of course,
exactly.
Everything
Of course
is a problem,
it is. Of course
everything
it
is
is.
this, blah blah blah.
But because
You know,
you're in the opposite roles.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
what
don't want to
you
be.
should be. That he should be that for you.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
the problem
And
is.
you're not masculine. You don't want, because you're mad because he's making you be masculine.
Yeah, he's forcing it on you. He's forcing a disciplinary
And maybe
leadership
explain that to
role.
him. Explain that to him. It's like, this is not, this money doesn't make me not look at you as a man. What makes me not look at
but
you
I
as
also just wish that men would stop saying like they just want you to stay home if they can't, or just be honest and say, hey, listen, I did try to do that.
everybody
but
doesn't have the confidence to being honest is I mean, this is why I preach it on the show all the time. It's simple, but it's not easy to do.
Yeah, and I think that's why honesty, I feel like maybe I am all of the above or whatever.
I don't think so.
That's why I said if I don't know if I could step out there and say, yeah, I do want to be together, even though blah blah blah. I don't know if I can step out there and say that because.
Camille, what I would say is you got 7 years in, right?
Mm-hmm.
You both have your positions and they're strong. I'm serious as can be. You should talk to him and see if he'll get a consultation. He needs somebody to present this situation to him in a way he can see it. That's not you.
Yeah, because he can't see it with you.
He
Whereas
can't
I
see it
could
from
explain
you.
it to him. Because I'm going to tell him,
you.
are you bugging? I'm going to tell him you're a great guy. You're a good husband. You're a good provider. Why is it that you don't feel secure about what your position is?
Yeah, and you at this point, you as a woman, you there's always a certain degree where you affirm your man, but sometimes he just can't. Constantly, if you're the only one affirming him, it's gonna seem like you're coddling him, and then you're gonna get turned off.
And then understand, a woman is a direct reflection of the guy she's fucking. So if you're becoming more masculine, it's because he's giving you feminine energy, and you're forced he's forcing that masculinity on you.
Yeah, and the more you become masculine, the more you validate his femininity, and you give him an opportunity.
And you work against each other. You work at fucking your relationship up.
Yeah.
Okay. But I would still say have a conversation. I would still have a conversation with him and see if you could reassure him, and if not, you get him a consultation.
Yeah, he needs another voice. He needs another voice explaining the situation to him, explaining your situation, and that may help him go about things differently so that everything's not on you.
Yeah.
I mean, he has talked about like therapy, but I feel like
ain't nobody gonna give him the straight. A therapist is going. First of all, it's gonna be weeks and weeks before somebody tells him what the straight dope is.
The therapist just wants you to come back next week with that payment.
Yeah, they're gonna milk you.
Right.
They're gonna milk you and whatever, and then they're not gonna give you the straight. You're just not gonna get the straight dope. You know, the problem is therapists are not supposed to tell you the truth. You're supposed to figure it out on your own.
Yeah, they're supposed to just treat you where you're at.
Yeah.
So if you're delusional, they're gonna keep letting you be delusional and
they'll ask questions. Well, why do you think that? And why?
Yeah.
And then if you never get there, and then now you're talking about 3 years later, you know, and nothing is better. Well, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
You why? I'm gonna ask you why. Just like we just did right now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? How do you feel? Do you want to be in this relationship? Don't you? What do you know what I'm saying? Those are real questions that we're having. Okay?
Yeah, a petty part of me feel you say I don't let you lead. Well, now you leading us into the dirt, so go ahead, lead us then.
Yeah, don't say that.
Yeah.
Okay, don't say that.
Yeah, don't say that.
Okay.
Don't say that. Don't say that. He already feels invalidated.
He already feels like he's feminine, and that the energy is feminine.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah. You gotta reaffirm him, and then tell him that you love him and that he's a great dad and a great husband. And I don't wanna be with nobody else. But when you do this, you make me feel like this. And when you do that, and I don't want to get a job because I want to I want to control you, or I want you not to be in control. I want to get a job to help us as a family. We're a unit. We're not at odds. This is not a competition.
Yeah. I mean, Camille, if you really unpack the situation, he is trying to do the right thing by you,
Mhm.
right? The problem is there's some sort of disconnect where he doesn't feel valued.
He's insecure. He
And
has
and
his
it's
own
making
insecurity.
him insecure. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's making
And
him
all the
insecure.
time that you weren't working and whatever validated him. Well, I'm the man of the house and none of that. And is he Spanish too or no? No. Well, yeah, because that's I mean, Latino community, that is, your masculinity is super important too. But sometimes it's a false sense of masculinity as well. But if I had a chick and she was like, I want to get a job, I wish my wife would get a fucking. All right, let's move.
All right, well, I appreciate y'all. I just wanted to call in.
All right, baby.
And
I appreciate you
I'm
calling
be in
in.
that chat next week.
Okay, all right. And let
All
us
right.
call back
All
and let us
right.
know
All right.
what happened, okay?
All right, I will.
All right.
Well, for good or bad, who knows? I
Yeah,
don't know.
well, we'll figure it out.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, baby. Plug your shit. Plug.
Yo, In Search of Freezer Meat. I say it every week. The book is it's a good book. Yo, dude, I literally had a conversation today. It's still moving forward about
Nice.
trying to make it into a series.
Nice.
I plugged you, bro. Yo, dude, you're in my deck.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
cool.
So if it comes through, I might
right.
have a. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Like,
we get it.
yeah. So yeah, Search of Freezer Me. It's on Amazon. It's a book about my life. It's interesting read. Check it out at Get Punished on Instagram. Then I'm here.
Y'all, everything Dante Nero. Follow me on Instagram, the Dante Nero. GYBB, get your balls back. Don't forget the consultations, one-on-one consultations, DanteNero.com. Click on consult. And all the social media. Follow me on everything. GYBB, get your balls back. WWDD, what would Dante do? Sexual Revolutions being podcasting. Love y'all, man. Peace.
Man School 202. Better hear what I've got to say because you won't get it again.
I'm not an alpha male. I'm not a beta male either. I'm just a better man. Well, put your happiness first, because if you don't, they won't.